So, Priya, the other day I heard about this person who was professional who was telling me that, she's stuck in her career because she's doing very well. And that the irony is that she's stuck in a spot because if they promote her, they really don't know who is going to take up her place and do all that she's doing. It's also a situation. It's a case where she's showcasing great ownership mindset, but like even she wants to know what are the additional things she needs to be aware of while showcasing ownership mindset. Like, how do you create a balance?
True, true. And this is where a lot of people are also stuck in the gray area, because these are the kinds of people in an organization. They're very loyal, they're very flexible, adaptable. They are willing to go that extra mile. But when they're going that extra mile, sometimes there comes a phase where they're unsure as to, hey, what is the acknowledgement I'm getting for it, or where am I headed? So there is
Right.
a sense of the enthusiasm that they have within, and the kind of acknowledgments they are getting around is not matching. And so they're, because everybody is just busy, and more so added to it, there could be situations where your organization is going through a churn, and you don't have the right people to support, so you're also stepping in to make those additional investments to keep the thread and the outcomes going. So this is something that many people face. And when it comes to a situation like this, the first thing to kind of approach with is to say, hey, whenever there is additional work that's coming on you, it's important to seek a conversation, a very open, transparent conversation with the managers and key stakeholders, to say, hey, these are very important priorities and all of them are important, and I'm working on this. What should I take off for a period of time and to finish this before I add that onto the plate, or before I add this into my plate, what should I be stopping to do? So, what can I start doing and what can I stop doing? That clarity needs to be defined, and it is not individually driven, it needs to be driven between the stakeholders. So that's
Right.
the number one thing that's a missing gap, because people still press on the accelerator without taking the time to understand what to start doing and what to stop doing.
Right. Right.
Second thing is also when there is increased workloads at these
Mhm.
kind some inside some intervals, it's important to come together as a team to talk about, hey, what is it that we all need to start doing? And it's not indexed on just one person who has got the ownership mindset and is always driven and stepping in to catch whatever is getting dropped. So instead of doing that, enabling and facilitating a joint value proposition amongst the team members so that you're able to handle the increased commitments better till the period of time that there's more support for you. So unless we may think, hey, why shouldn't the manager initiate it? Well, if the manager is not initiating it, it's important that team member takes the ownership to initiate a call between the entire ecosystem so that there is clarity. Because when there is clarity, everybody is able to deliver better. When there is gray area, then it's often left to the person who is always putting that additional or the discretionary effort there, and then you feel like, hey, nobody's there to support me. So it's important to step in and gain that level of connection and
Right.
commitment.
Right.
Then it's also important to, I often go back to this, to always start accumulating your value. See your contribution and your value, you start documenting it and you start building on it. And then you're also asking people for what could you be doing better. So this constant hand in glove, I think, is an evergreen thread that I would like people to start focusing on. You may see it in a few of my other videos as well,
Yeah.
that conversations that we had. But I think it's a very important aspect to gain value or acknowledgement of your value and gaining feedback. So I think it's a ever important path for your own career growth and development, because you're taking control of your own growth and development. So it's important to not get stuck in the gray, because
Mhm.
gray is going to be a constant, because that's the way change is happening and everybody
Yeah.
is going to be as part of the gray. But building your own milestones or building your own clarity in the gray is going to be very important for that. And
Right.
that's what I'd like to share as a few areas to start working on in this particular area, Chandrani.
True, true. Very